I think it's table stakes. We all have the experience of ChatGPT being, issuing commands, getting some text results and doing things fast. But really where I think it gets interesting in 2024 is where it starts responding to events in background automation. So that notion of autonomous fire and forget agents as truly being another member of the team or another direct report of me. And I think that's where we're going to get more of the transformational value.
I don't know if I'd consider it, Paul, table stakes, but it will be a necessary thing to be competitive. So you might say it'll be table stakes. And that is, it's not about computational power. It's about human expression and the ability for these models to really generate very industry specific, rational and compelling modes of communicating. There's a great story that you may have heard from Mark Andreessen about a recent test that was done measuring generative pre-trained models against human healthcare providers. On technical competence, the nurses and doctors scored about equal to the LLM. But on bedside manner, the LLM was something like 5 times better. It's not surprising when you just think about the reasoning capabilities of these models, particularly when they're applied to helping people be better in a customer-facing situation, come up with more relevant communication. If you don't have that power of the LLM to really help you provide a great experience of your customer consuming relevant and targeted content in words and in paragraphs and in patterns that are compelling to them, you're going to have to rely on whether the marginal training of that new sales rep is good enough to compete with that. I don't think you'll be able to.
For the vendors who are in the space, there's going to be certain aspects of generative AI that are table stakes for those vendors to survive or thrive. Then there's the customers, and I think for the customers, they're still experimenting in a lot of cases. But there's a segment of customers that's just rapidly moving ahead really fast and already doing a lot with generative AI and AI in general, and even looking at AGI. But there's a whole bunch of customers who aren't there yet. It's up to the vendors and all of us together actually to bring generative AI and make it seamless to those customers so they can benefit. Otherwise, they're not going to thrive. It's going to be, there's going to be some upheaval in the market for the customers who buy CRM systems.
This context of table stakes, I don't think any of us representing our respective organizations would say that it's not. The relevance of GenAI is a top 3 for sure, if not the top 1 almost universally. So are our customers ready to go beyond curiosity, beyond the fun of exploration, to fundamental for their business? That's a harder question to answer. And I agree with John. I think some are, absolutely. They're full speed ahead, and others, there's a tremendous amount of trepidation about the risk that potentially introduces into their systems and ultimately to their brand. But I'm very curious to see, will GenAI actually provide a leapfrog effect so that we can see the citizen data scientists, the citizen marketers, the citizen analysts sort of, are we going to give them a bridge to a new kind of a new domain or a new realm of productivity?
GenAI sits on top of a pretty big stack of a bunch of other things. And so plugging it in, so the human says, can you just do this for me? And then customer just wanted something. I just needed a package delivered, or I just needed an address changed. Why is it so hard for all the systems you have that you make me go through these hoops? And that's what this helps.